on the next Cool Rob Show. Special guest Black liberation advocate Karim Johnson stops by the Cool Rob Show to talk to Cool Rob about the importance of the black woman and the black man in the black community. Karim opens up to Cool Rob about issues with COVID-19, black on black crime, and the music industry. Karim shares his thoughts on mental health issues and Black Lives Matter. Don't miss the personal message Karim has for the people. Coming up next on season 3, season finale of the Cool Rob Show.
Welcome back. Boy Cool Rob, cooler than cool, cooler than most, cooler than the other side of the pillow. Welcome back to another episode of Cool Rob Show, live from the bullpen, y'all. Thank you so much for all the love and support you've been showing me. I really appreciate it, touching the soul. When the soul is touched, it's a beautiful thing. Keep it coming, y'all. Keep it coming. Don't forget to subscribe to Cool Rob TV, all caps. Please leave comments on every video, like, dislike. Engage with me because we're always looking for new people to come on the show. Shout out to Movie Hood TV. You see the posts and the dudes help me out a lot behind the scenes, so go to their channel and show them some love as well. I wanted to hurry up and get all that out, y'all. As you can see, I got a special guest right here. We had a brief conversation offline and a few online. The conversation was so good. You can't get it all in one conversation, so I asked him to come right back, and we're going to get it in again. So I got a special treat for y'all. Let me go ahead and introduce him all the way from the NYC. My boy Kareem. What's up, Kareem?
Salute. Peace and power.
How you, brother?
I'm well.
Hey, man, like I just said in the introduction, bro, I was so locked into the conversation the first time. Couldn't get it in. I know you was moving, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad you settled and we can get another one in, bro. I really appreciate you taking time out today to come back.
Definitely.
All right, cool. All right, so we'll jump right in, bro. So I know you from the NYC, rocking NY. Shout out to NY. Also, I got a special treat for you and the people in New York and everybody that viewed this video. I thought, because my boy, he rock his Knicks, he love the Knicks, I thought I'd put a classic Game 7, Knicks versus Indiana. I'm going to pick up on the third quarter, Game 7, y'all. So hopefully y'all, enjoy if y'all see this video, man. All right, y'all. Let's. So, Kareem, I know you from the NYC. I got a few questions I want to warm us up before we get in and dive in. So here we go. If I was to come to NYC right now, what would you recommend me to go to eat at? Best place to eat in NYC?
Best place to eat? That goes. Man, that question is deep. It depends on what you want to eat, right? If you want seafood, you go to City Island in the Bronx, right? Soul food, there's many spots in Harlem. If you come into Brooklyn, there's a spot that I frequent called Bed-Stuy, right? And they have magnificent little takeout meals for a great price, man. Bed-Stuy fish fry. There's also a brother that has his own little spot from my part of Brooklyn, from East New York, Halsey's, you know what I'm saying? Halsey's Grill, magnificent little bakes and stuff like that, seafood bakes. If you want pizza, of course, always Brooklyn has the best pizza. Like, it's just so much that you can enjoy, right, in New York City when it comes to food. I mean, everybody has their own favorite spot. And when it comes down to it, eventually we all eat at the same different locations. Right. Some people whose food is just consistently good every time you go there is going to be recognized as a city favorite.
Right.
You know?
So, all right, so I thought this was a good question right here, because I know you're from the Bronx, right?
No, Brooklyn.
My bad, Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us something about Brooklyn that we wouldn't know about. Something about Brooklyn.
Well, what most people won't know is that Brooklyn, as far as neighborhoods go, is one of the most internationally mixed living spaces practically on the planet, right? Almost every area of Brooklyn has some persons or families from a different nationality. I mean, almost the entire globe is Brooklyn, right? You have brothers from the continent, from every country in the continent, right? You have brothers from Europe, right? All through Russia, Germany, my goodness, everywhere over there in that section is in Brooklyn. All the Asian countries, Korea, right? Japan, right? China, right? India, Pakistan, right? All over the Caribbean. The entire Caribbean is represented in Brooklyn. Every island, right? So you have this mix of people from all over the planet living in Brooklyn. And for the most part, living together. You don't have that one group versus another group, right? Well, what you have is individuals who represent those groups who may get into clashes, and people within the same group consistently, clashing amongst themselves. But for a living area, right? In that one particular space, that's why it's called the planet of Brooklyn. We have the Hasidic Jewish community, right? We have wealthy Jewish community who is not as orthodox. Everybody's in Brooklyn. And you want to run across somebody from almost any part of the globe in Brooklyn.
Shout out to Brooklyn, y'all. All right, so thought this would be a good question. A place to visit if I was to come to New York, one place you would recommend me to go to?
I would recommend you come to Brooklyn to the Weeksville Museum, right? It's a museum on the border of Brownsville, Crown Heights, and Bed-Stuy, right? Historically Black space where we owned land, owned the property, and had a thriving village there. You know what I'm saying? And this dates back all the way to the 19th century, right? So you would have to go there. It has been rebuilt, right? It's a beautiful spot. You'll learn about as much of the history of that time of this all Black community right there in that location. Definitely that's the one spot, because once you go there, of course, now you're in Brooklyn, and then you can venture out and look at all the other spots and locations that we have there. But, after you leave Weeksville, then you can go to the Brooklyn Museum and the Brooklyn Library. And then from there, you'll see all the dining that we have in different neighborhoods. That will connect you to downtown Brooklyn. The Barclays Center is right there. So when you go to Weeksville, and intake the history, of that community, then you can start venturing out, Then you go uptown to Harlem, go to the Schomburg Museum and things like that. But Brooklyn is always the first stop.
Hey, bro, thank you so much for that information, man. I really appreciate that, man. I'm coming to NY soon. When all this stuff calm down, I'm going to come back. I went there about a year or so back, but I didn't really get a chance to move around too much. But so I always
Okay, yeah, definitely come through. When you come through, hit me, let me know you're coming through, because you always need somebody who is a New York City native to show you how to move around, to keep the economics down, you know what I'm saying? So you're not running around because the city is very expensive. They'll get you if they can, but in order to have a decent place to stay, decent place to eat, and to move around and maneuver, you need, Brooklynite to really show you how to do that.
Gotcha, bro. I'm definitely going to hit you up. Real quick before we move on, Giants or Jets?
Giants. I mean, I watched the Jets. Don't get me wrong. The Jets was real live at one time when we had the New York Sack Exchange with Marty Lyons, Abdul Salam, Joe Klecko, all those cats.
Right.
But Giants all day, baby.
All right, and last one, Knicks or Nets?
Damn it, man. Knicks. I'm a Knicks fan. Don't get me wrong. I'm a Knicks fan, man. And shout out to Big Pat Ewing, man. You know what I'm saying? Gave us some of the best years. I got to say that, I'm a Brooklynite, though. Nets is coming up doing their thing, but New York Knicks, man, we here.
That's what's up, bro. Hey, I'm just going to tell the viewers one more time before we get started, man. Sit back, get your popcorn ready because it's going to be a good show. This dude going to bring it, man. So, bro, let's jump right into it. Like I said, I enjoyed our first conversation so much. That's why I got you here. We back at it again, bro. Here we go. Religion talk, right? Something I wanted to bring up. So,
okay.
Topic religion. When we spoke the first time, you said you seek knowledge and wisdom from all. Can you explain what you mean when you say that?
Well, when you're dealing with conventional religion, when you're dealing with those books, or you're dealing with people, right, who made it their life study, there's good in every one of those books, right? Especially if it's someone who really has no direction and purpose in their life, right? I've seen somebody pick up a religion and it has done wonders for them, especially if they was coming from a very dark place, right? So there's good, a wealth of good in Islam, right? There's some good in Christianity, and also there's some good, right, in the Jewish faith. You understand?
Right.
But my thing is always that that's not enough, right?
Right.
These books are not enough. And to read these books on their face without someone who has taken the time to study them, right, and practice this over and over and over, right? Because you have people who can interpret the Quran in ways that others can't, right?
Right.
I mean, it's you have the Quran, you have the Hadith, you have everyday fiqh. It is just not what you see on television or what you may see in passing, right? There's a science and mysticism behind each book. But again, this is only based on a specific amount of theory and practice. So there's good in all, right? But there's also some specific parts where it's tainted. And my thing is, if it's tainted, right, then I don't want no parts of it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because to become clean after dealing with something that has been touched, that has been tampered with, and may not come from a pure foundation, you dig what I'm saying? It's going to be a disservice to me, but there's definitely good in it. You know what I'm saying? If you have somebody, who may be strung out and on some type of drug or addicted to something, or, can't come up out of it, right, and you pick up something like Islam and the discipline that comes with it helps you, then it's all good, right? For that particular person or those particular people. It's just not, where I'm at. I've lived that life many years, and I've studied all those different religions, and then some,
This stuff right there, bro, this kind of warm us up. All right, here we go. Next topic. Black men can't do it alone without your queen. With a black woman on your side.
Right.
Get your queen. Love on your queen. Birth of Kareem. Can you explain that?
Well, you can't do it without your queen, and that's evident. That's beyond mathematical foundations, mathematical equations, right?
Right.
You're always going to do better with more. The black man is always going to do better with his natural partner by his side, an equitable partner in struggle, which is why everything is designed to keep him away from her and her away from him. Because when they are together, they're an unbeatable force, right?
Right.
And when I say equitable partner, I mean equitable. I don't mean she's 2 steps behind, right? I don't mean she's in front. You understand what I'm saying? An equitable partner side by side.
Right.
It goes and it shows and proves itself every day that without her, you're going to be at a loss, a grave loss. You understand? You may have moments where you seem successful, right? But as a nation, as a community, right? And even as an individual, you're incomplete because she is the one who's going to make sure that you remain balanced. She is going to be the one who shows you and allows you to be that great leader. You understand?
Right.
She's going to have enough compassion when you need it, right? And going to have the rage, right, to follow behind it when you need that as well.
Right.
But without that queen, again, you take her off the chessboard, what do you have? Nothing. And everybody knows this except for him. Our enemies know it. That's why they work so hard to get her on their side. This is why this is always in the conversation, to get the black woman, to get the black woman's vote, to employ the black woman, to get her thoughts on things. Where does she shop? What are her dreams? What are her aspirations? What are her goals? How does she move? They study her because they know that she, and only she, is the one who can help to get our people in line. So why wouldn't you have your natural partner on your side? You understand?
Right.
We need that all day. I keep them all around me. Not only do I have my wife, but I have my sister, my sister-in-laws. You understand what I'm saying? Numerous friends and associates, all women. Right.
It's good stuff right there, y'all. Shout out to the ladies out there, the beautiful black queen. Shout out to the ladies. Peace, peace, peace. Salute. I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect and shall attack with vigor, making aggressive moves. That is the words of my brother right here, Kareem. All right, Kareem, I thought this would be something that be good to talk about. I know you're going to bring it. COVID-19. Your thoughts on the ongoing battle with COVID-19?
Well, I'm not a scientist, right?
Right.
I have lost quite a few close people to the virus, right? Or to what they said was the virus. The way it's being handled globally is something that I can't really put my finger on, right? But I don't take it lightly. Any information that comes through, I adhere to. This is the end of July, going into August. My family hasn't been outside much since March. I work from home. My queen works from home. You know, my youngest is just completed her first year of high school. She's home. I'm the only one that goes out the majority of the time. We're not playing any games. Right. You know, the boys are older, so they run around and do what they do, but they're safe in their zone. When something comes through, we listen. We mask up. Wear gloves. This thing here is not something that I take lightly, and this is something that I don't think our people should take lightly. You dig? I mean, I wear a mask sometimes too, right? Got the charcoal mask. I make sure I'm covered. I'm in and out of different locations. I'm not in groups. I don't play with it, right. Because I'm one to say that our people are cynical when we get specific information, right? But you cannot be cynical when somebody's giving you medical information, right, based on science, but yet you want to believe some other information, right, that hasn't been proven as fact, or you want to be dismissive, right, with other information. It makes no sense, right? If you're not going to believe the information that comes when it comes to COVID-19, then don't believe the information when these people tell you that you have rights, right? Don't believe them when they say you're going to get paid at the end of 2 weeks. Don't believe them, right, when it comes to a whole bunch of other information. If you're not going to believe them when they tell you that this disease, this virus can kill you, right? You're going to dismiss that information and still want to party, still want to hang out, you know what I'm saying? Still don't want to wear a mask, then don't believe anything. Let's not play games, right? Don't believe them when they say you have a right to carry a gun, because that's been proven false. We've seen that with the young brother Philando Castile, right? Don't believe them at any point of the game. You understand? But if you're gonna believe that, then believe them when they tell you that this disease is not playing, that this virus is real and it's taking people out. So that's what I'm working on. I'm preparing for everything, and it's no harm in it, right? Come on. So far, I've been safe, and you know, I credit that to a lot of things, but basically how we move as a unit and how, you know, I move as an individual. I don't play games with it, you know.
Right. Good stuff right there, bro. I thought this would be a good question. I know neither one of us scientists, we don't know the answer, but in the words of Kareem, how can we start to fight this battle?
Against COVID? Yeah. Well, one, being as healthy as possible, washing hands, right? When you're not in your home, you know, and traveling back and forth in your home, coming through, wearing your mask, right? Going into places based on necessity, right? If I'm going to a grocery store, based on necessity. If I'm going to Target, based on necessity. You understand what I'm saying? I'm in and out. You know, it's not to go hang out. I have certain family members I haven't seen since the start of it. I haven't traveled. I usually travel out of state a lot. Haven't been out of state, you know. That's the best way, man. Keep a mask on, wash your hands when you're coming through, you know. And again, social distancing, doing everything that they say and more. You know, we have a lot of people in Brooklyn that grow their own food, grow their own vegetables, right? So they don't even have to go to the store. You understand? They don't really mix and mingle outside of their immediate circles. So, you know, you got a lot of people that's doing that. But for the essential workers that have to be out there and have to come back, have to go out and work and things of that nature, just be prepared, man. Be prepared with your gear. Some people wearing gloves still, you know, I noticed that. But then again, I see a lot of New Yorkers, man, not respecting the danger that comes with it.
Oh, I'm up here in Hyattsville, Maryland, DMV, and there's a lot of people up here not respecting what comes with it as well. Wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. This stuff right there, bro. Moving on. Lack of responsibility and accountability of the Black man. We talked about this before, right?
Yes.
Question from a viewer.
Okay.
She wants to know, why is Black men important to the Black community?
Why?
Yes.
Are they important? My goodness, why wouldn't they be important? Who else are you supposed to seek for protection? Who else are you supposed to seek for counsel? A man is important to his community, period, regardless if he's white, red, black, right, blue, purple, other. But the Black man is very essential to his community. Without him, this is what you have, right? Babies killing babies, right? mothers not mothering. You understand? Elders being abused, right? Gang violence. All of this falls back to the black man not being a presence in his community. You understand what I'm saying? He is very important. He is the one you are supposed to seek everything from.
Right.
In my home, my father was everything, right?
Right.
He was my enlightener, as I explained earlier. He was the one who gave me knowledge of self, right? He's the one who introduced me to working out and becoming physically fit. He had me doing that since I was a child, right? He was a strict on education, very strict disciplinarian when it came to education. You know what I'm saying? Had me writing book reports, you know, outside of school,
right,
with things that we had in the household, right? He was also the breadwinner. You know what I'm saying? Kept food on the table. So without him, I don't know exactly where I would be. You understand?
Right.
So,
question from
you
a
know,
viewer. Another question from the same viewer.
Mm-hmm.
How was the black woman important in the black community?
Well, she is the black community. She is the black community. When she is in order, the whole community flourishes. You understand?
Right.
She is. You know, when people speak about a God, when they speak about spirituality, when they speak about a higher power,
right,
all the attributes that they speak of that come out of their mouth are attributes of the black woman. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's confusing when people say God and put he there. You understand? This is why things are out of order, because you're giving these attributes to a man when these attributes belong to the woman. You understand? So without her moving on her purpose, the black community is going to always suffer. Always. You understand? You know, look at the story of Harriet Tubman, right? Harriet Tubman walked and made several trips, freeing, right, the slaves, taking them to the north to walk to freedom, right? How many lives did she save as opposed to how many lives Nat Turner saved in his rebellion? Right? What is the more significance struggle here? You dig what I'm saying? Right. You have one that was immediate, right?
Right.
Take Master out of here, get rid of him, right? But that's the end of your story. Or let me take these people and move them into a different space. And now they have life and longevity, and I'm still here. You understand? Women, not only are they protectors, nurturers, and educators, right? But they also give that balance. They're inquisitive, they're insightful, right? They think further along than the immediacy of a man. Man is a soldier. He's immediate. Boom. He thinks on immediate. He thinks on the now. Right? So without that black woman, well, if she's in the club twerking or talking about Henny all day and hair and nails and all this other bullshit and getting the ass lifted, your community gonna suffer. Simple as that. You're not gonna have nobody raising the babies. You're not gonna have anybody being counsel to your men.
Told he was gonna bring it, y'all. Told y'all. All right, bro, here we go. Let's move on to the next topic. BLM, Black Lives Matter. Let me tell you my take on it before I get to you. So at this point, this is how, when somebody bring up Black Lives Matter, this is what I say. I don't support it simply because this is the reason why. It's too much black on black crime. And every time you turn around, I live in Maryland, but in the DMV, and I can go get what they call the Washington Post, and I could turn to the Metro section, and constantly every other day you're gonna see about 5-6 shootings all over the city. This and little kids being killed. I don't see no marching. I don't see no protesting. I don't see nothing. But as soon as a white cop kill a black person, then that's when we marching, we riding, we doing this, and we doing that. And so it just don't sit well with me, you know, because if we're going to march and scream and yell, we should be doing it all the time. But anyway, that's my take. Kareem, are you for or are you against Black Lives Matter?
I'm not for or against it, right? It has done nothing for me. First of all, they took the BLM, right? They took that acronym. BLM for many years meant Black Liberation Movement. So this is the games they play. This is the imagery, right? This is the rhetorical games that they play with slogans and stuff like that. Right. BLM always meant the Black Liberation Movement. You did?
Right.
So when that came out, and that was made into a mantra, that wasn't for us. That's not for us. That's for them, right? Listen to it. Black Lives Matter. It matters to who? They wanted it to matter to white people. And they got white people. They rallied white people the way they were supposed to, right? They made other groups rally because that's what they were supposed to do. It wasn't never intended for us. It's not intended for the people who are woke and conscious and radical and already know that our lives matter. That ain't for us. We already know that. We walk in that. You understand? But it was for the others. So that's why you see so many of them at those rallies. Because they finally are waking up to that fact. So when you see people getting angry and say, well, yo, they doing this, they doing that, it's not for us. It wasn't intended for us. Those who finance it and organize the moves are not of us. So they're not in line, right, with the very basic principles that we speak on when it comes to liberation. They're not talking about destroying that system. They're not talking about equity. They're talking about equality and just having a space within this oppressive society.
Right.
They just want a space. They just want to hug up and sit next to Master or sit next to the oppressor and be cool and be all right and want Master to have some type of empathy for them. They're not talking about making significant change to have us on an equitable playing field. You understand? So they're not for me. They don't represent me. You understand? So that's not my fight and that's not my struggle, right? To discredit them or talk about them. They the last of my worries. Like you said, I got bigger fish than fry. My kids are killing each other in the street, and now they're killing each other to the degree that our babies are being shot at 1 and 2 and 3 years old because of this gunfire. You understand? My women are still in strip clubs following Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B, thinking that that's going to bring them a life of liberation. You dig what I'm saying? And think that that's going to solve all their problems. My young brother's culture has been invaded, so they don't no longer speak of poor righteous teaching, right? Now they speak of materialism, right? And snitching and ratting and cooperating. So my fish is bigger to fry than to worry about Black Lives Matter. That shit ain't nothing to us. We gods. We don't entertain that.
Told you he was gonna bring it, y'all. Told you he was gonna bring it. All right, bro. I thought this would be a good one right here. Black on black crime. Now we both just spoke about it. What's your take on black crime, and where does change start?
Well, again, change starts with the responsibility, right, of Black men being in the community, right, walking the walk. We know what the issues are, right? We know what the issues are, but when we're saying black on black crime, we have to say everybody has their own crime. White on white crime never gets spoke on at all. They do all type of foul shit to each other. You know what I'm saying? They bury each other alive. They kill each other kids. They do all type of shit. See the shit Charles Manson do? That's on a regular, right?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Ted Bundy and John Wayne Gacy and all this wild crazy. They do that on a regular. That's on a regular basis. Domestic violence, right? The term wife beater came from them looking at who was it, James Dean, or one of them in the tank top, or every time you see a white dude in a tank top on a movie, he was beating his wife. That's where the slang came from for that particular article of clothing. That's not didn't come from black people. You dig what I'm saying? That's where that imagery came from, for them to associate that piece of clothing with white beating from white men. This is on a regular basis. They don't speak on what they do. Right? The child trafficking and all that other craziness. Now with the Me Too movement is putting a shining spotlight on how white men treat white women, how the white community treats its own. But they talk about us because, again, we are visible. And the mission is always to take away the prestige of somebody that's saying be black and be proud. You dig? So there's no black on black crime. You're going to crime against whoever you in contact with on a regular basis. You understand? But let them show the numbers, and you'll see how disparaging it is when you're looking at the true numbers, right? When you're looking at the burglaries, and most of the crimes black people don't even do. Burglary, arson, you dig what I'm saying? Embezzlement, bribery, all that other shit, kidnapping. We don't do that. That's a whole list of crimes that black people are just not into.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? They do that. And since there's more of them committing more of those crimes on a regular basis, do the true numbers. So when people say that, they not looking at it right, or they haven't taken the time out to really study the data.
Good stuff right there, brother. I'm loving it. So here's another topic. Music industry. When you say the industry do not have enough artists, what do you mean when you say that?
They don't. They don't. See, I'm coming from a different point. You got to understand, I'm coming from New York City hip hop. I was born and raised in it. Again, you know what I'm saying? I'm 51. So when KRS saying things like, you know, getting power from the street light made the place dark, I was in that. This is what we did, right? Throwing street jams in the park and the DJ's plugging up his set to the lamppost. You know what I'm saying? And we cutting and scratching. You hearing Cold Crush routines on cassette tapes coming from Harlem World. You understand? This is creativity, right? This is artistry. Because not only could they spit it, they performed it. Not only did they perform it, they were wearing it. You know what I'm saying? Not only were they wearing it, but they were able to utilize different aspects of our culture, right? Hip hop is just not an MC. And that's where we at right now. That's why I said there's no artists in it. Everybody think that that's it. But you had a fashion, you had a lingo, you had dancing. You dig what I'm saying? You had literally art. Dudes doing graffiti everywhere, bombing or tagging. It's a whole culture involved in it. You understand? That's not there no more. It has been invaded. It is just strictly materialism. I mean, you have points, right, where you can find it, but you have to search. So I would never say that it's dead, right? But on a grand scale, on a large scale, the artist is minimal, very minimal. And until that comes back to where it was, right, where you have people that's truly representing the entire culture and not just one piece, you know, we're not going to have no artists, right? Artist is somebody that you're going to recognize 20, 30 years from now, right? What KRS said, well, you know, ripping up the spot till the motherfucking 60. He's almost 60, right? Like you said, hip hop, you know, ain't nobody from the old school to rap on a whole isn't even 20 years old. 50 years down the line, you can start this and we'll be the old school artists. You see what I'm saying? This is art. This is culture. This is making sure that that space and that time transcends. And now my daughter can spit it.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? Not somebody who, came through, made a little imprint, because now technology and social media can put you all across the globe, and then you gone. Next time somebody see you, they don't know who you are, but you have, out of that little time that you was there, right, employed the others, sent the others' kids to college, made the others rich off of it. You dig? That's where, I always say, it's very small. We don't have too many artists no more.
Good stuff right there, bro. But like I say, bro, when I start talking to you, I can talk to you all day and all night, but we are actually at the end of the show. And like I told you at the beginning, he was going to bring it, and he brung it, and he's going to keep on bringing it. Thank you so much again, bro, for taking time out today for coming
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm going to ask again, bro, because I asked the first time you came back, so I'm going to ask again. Will you come back again?
Oh, yeah, definitely. We'll come back. I speak on, on my book, you know what I'm saying, on my books, right?
Bro, this is breaking news. You got a book? You got a book?
Oh, yeah. I'm also author, self-published. I offered my title that I'm actually trying to get more publication for is the All-American Justice System Handbook, right? And that's on Amazon Kindle. You could download it. That is a book to deter people, right, from the criminal lifestyle, from going into the justice system, because it speaks on every aspect of the justice system from A to Z, from the point of arrest, right, to going through county court, to dealing with the court system, pre-indictment, after indictment, going through trial, the county stay, right, the trip upstate, the state facilities, dealing with the COs on either aspect, law libraries, how to work out, how to eat, how to remain safe, keep yourself out of trouble, right? Post parole, whether you get it or you don't, how to stay home, just, a wealth of information for the entire family, for people who are in the justice system and people who are out of it. You dig what I'm saying? It's just it's a good piece. We could build on that, definitely can build on hip hop. We can build on hip hop all day. I done managed several of these, A-list artists, whatever you want to build on, man, I'll definitely come back. All right. Again, the All-American Justice System Handbook.
Bro, I'm excited because, first things first, I just got finished doing a part 1, part 2 with shout outs to my boy Donnie Oaks and other authors. So I'm into, supporting. So first thing I'm going to do is get your book. I'm going to order it on Amazon Kindle. Read it. I'm going to holler at you. We're going to set it up, bro.
Definitely.
All right, definitely. Cool. Like I said, thank you so much again for coming through. Shout out to Brooklyn.
Yes.
Shout out to Brooklyn, NYC, Brooklyn, y'all. Shout out all the way from live from the Cool Rob Show, the bullpen. Shout out to y'all. Karim, do you got any shout outs you want to give? Any shout outs?
Listen, I want to shout out Black people. I love my people. You understand what I'm saying? We are great people. Even in our state that we was in pre-pandemic, right? We were all over the place. We had nothing solid. And then something like this happens. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, our people are pulling through. Our people are loving on each other. Our people are more woke. Our people are doing what is necessary to be done, right? We're going to excel past this, right? But we have to live out our potential to be greater. I also want to shout out my sister-in-law, right? Letitia Huger Hill down in Durham, North Carolina, mental health specialist, right? Positive redirection, right? Check her out. Anybody who have any mental health issues, right? Check her out. And again, man, shout out to the people, man. The people of the sun, right? Our melanated people, man. Our revolutionary people, man. I love my people.
And let me throw some shout outs in there. Shout out to my homegirl Tierra G all the way in Delaware. I'm just gonna surprise y'all, but coming soon, y'all gonna see some Cool Rob merch. I'm gonna have some shirts and some face masks coming soon. So definitely support me on that. So shout out to her. She's spearheading, and she's the one that's taking control in that. So I can't wait to introduce y'all to that. Shout out to my beautiful daughters, Raven and Nevaeh. I love you. I love you. I love you. And shout out to all my subscribers out there. I love you as well. Please keep on supporting me. You guys are keeping me going. So please, 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 please keep supporting me. So we at the part, Kareem. I love this part of the show. It's called Last Words. So I'm going to give you the mic, bro. Go ahead and take it away. You got any last words?
Yes, we will win. That's my last words, man. We will win. As a people, as a nation, we will win. There's no failure when it comes to us striving for our liberation.
My last words, if you laugh and you cry, it's a hell of a day, right? I think Kareem will agree with me when I say that.
Yes.
No matter what you're doing out there, no matter what you do, you should never give up, never give up, never give up. For the homeboy Kareem, Brooklyn, for Cool Rob and the fam, always end off every video with Cool Rob is in the building. Over and out. I got the paper down. Throw the paper, y'all. Over and out, y'all. Thank y'all so much. I love you. We love you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. We see y'all next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.